Hey friends, my name is Bond, this is Oleg, and in today's video we're going to tell you why we sold a watch. A few months ago I made a video talking about why I sold my Omega Speedmaster Automatic. I really love that watch, but I had to sell it for various reasons, which I go over in that video. And you guys seem to really like that video because sometimes you also need to know why people sell the watch, not only why they buy the watch. Sometimes, even though the watch has a lot of positives, the negatives, or one big negative in this case, really outweighs all the positives. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the reasons why I sold my Oris Aquis 43mm. It's really one big reason, but before we get to that reason, let's actually talk a little bit why I bought that watch. I bought my Oris over 2 years ago. I was at the mall. The AD for Oris had closing down sign, 50% off entire store, that sort of thing. I walked in, saw this beautiful Oris with the gray dial and the green ceramic bezel. I put it on the wrist and fell in love. I bought it right there and then, got a pretty good deal on it. It was brand new in a box and I got it pretty much for half the price. It was a no-brainer. I brought it home, made a video about it, was really happy about that watch. I wore it all the time, made various videos including the review for the watch. I also tested it out on my surfing trip. Really enjoyed my time with this timepiece. I'm a big fan of Oris as a brand. I really love how they listen to their audience, how they listen to watch enthusiasts and try to create watches for the enthusiasts. And my Oris had a lot of positives. Great finishes. I really love the design. It's unique. It doesn't look like any other diver on the market, yet it still looks very familiar at the same time. It looks like an essential diver timepiece. I really love the look of this watch. Every time I put it on, it looked great on my wrist. It wasn't too big. Some people might assume the reason why I sold it because it was too big for my wrist and I have preference for smaller watches. That wasn't the case. Actually, 43.5mm looked great on my wrist. It was just the right size. The integrated bracelet worked with that design. The clasp had the diver extension. All of those things were great. And as a diver watch, the watch performed excellent. I took it with me on my surfing trip. I did a video about that, how the watch stacked up over the wetsuit, how the watch performed over the whole weekend, actually testing it as a diving tool. Of course, I didn't go diving, but surfing is somewhat of a high impact sport. You have a lot of waves crashing, so the watch has to be properly sealed, and you as a wearer of the watch have to be confident enough in watch's ability to take all the abuse, all the water abuse that you throw at it. And the watch performed really, really well. But in the video that I made about this watch, what I didn't mention is that every time I wasn't in the water, because I only brought this one watch with me for the whole weekend, and I had to wear the watch outside of the water without the wetsuit, it was a bit of a chore. The watch was just simply too heavy for my preference, 190 grams. That's quite a bit. Now, if it were the only watch in my collection, if I only had this one watch, I'm sure I could have gotten used to it, because if you wear a heavy watch on a regular basis, your wrist kind of adapts and you get used to it and then it's fine. But because I have a collection of a few watches, I rotate them every few days or once every day, depending on the mood and whatever. So my wrist never really got a chance to adapt to the weight of this watch. And every time I would put it on, I'd be like, whoa, this is heavy. This is uncomfortable. I am very aware that I have a watch on my wrist, and I didn't like that feeling. I love the design. I love the look of it. I loved how it looked in my watch box. But wearing it, I was almost forcing myself to put it on, and that's not a good thing. You don't want to force yourself to wear a watch. You want to wear the watch because you want to wear the watch. So unfortunately, the watch had to go. Now, a few things to mention. This was the pre-2017 version of Oris Aquis, the more chunkier, bulkier version, heavier version. The newer versions are lighter, especially the new Calibre 400 versions. So keep that in mind on your search for Oris. If you're looking at used Orises, and that's part of the reason why I'm making this video, now with the new 41mm Oris Aquis with their in-house caliber, I see a lot of older versions of Orises pop up online because people are selling their old watches and trying to upgrade to the new in-house caliber watches. And you might not be aware, you buy one of these watches online and you get that pre-2017 version, and it's just too heavy. If you're into heavy watches, this watch is gonna work great for you. But if you're not, be careful with used Oris watches because they are so heavy that they become uncomfortable to wear. So that's the reason why I sold my Oris. I really miss that watch. I miss looking at that watch in the watch box, but I don't miss wearing it. So what I think I'll do in the future, I have to get another Oris for my collection because I enjoy the design of that watch so much and I am a big fan of Oris as a brand. So that's it. That's the video. That was the reason why I sold my Oris Aquis, and a bit of a cautionary tale for you if you are in the market for used Oris Aquis. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what is the heaviest watch in your collection. I always enjoy reading your comments. By the way, today on my wrist, I'm wearing my light diver watch. It's a Tudor Black Bay 58. I did a full review of this watch. That video can be found on the YouTube channel. I will also leave it linked in the description below. Also in the description below, there are a couple of other links. There is a secret link and there is a link to bonneterstraps.com. Check them out if you're curious. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. How's that? Was that good? Your snoring is getting louder by the day. Where's your good boy? You wanna go chill on the patio while I film? Okay, you can chill on the patio because the microphone really picks up your snoring.